Hey everybody, Roxabox9 here, back with some more Battle for Zendikar spoilers. I know I've missed quite a few days due to being sick, due to vacation, due to a bunch of things in my personal life, but appreciate you guys hanging in there. I'm going to go through the spoilers that we've been missing, starting with today actually, and we'll go backwards. And the main way I'm going to approach this is I'm not going to go through every single card. I'm going to go through the main ones that stuck out to me as well designed, as cool, as interesting, etc., etc. But let's start off with today's spoilers. First, we have Gruesome Slaughter. This is maybe the rat they've been talking about. 6 for a sorcery, gives all your colorless creatures until end of turn. Tap, they deal damage to power to target creature, which this is not fight. That's the main key. It's not fight, it's doing damage. So it seems as a rare, it's a win more condition card. Most of the time, I just don't see it being as insane. It's one of those cards that, wow, this could be so cool. All my dudes just do damage and yay. But it's only doing to target creature. It's a pseudo board wipe, but chances are if you have enough creatures to be doing enough damage, at turn 6, you're probably already in winning. So it might be a turn game card, but most of the time it's going to be, I think, more of a win more card. Drana, Liberator, Malakir, huge mythic, 3/2, 3 for a 2/3 flying for strike. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on each attacking creature you control. Whew, wow, that seems really, really, really good. It's a vampire and an ally. It's crazy tribal, huge with allies, well costed, well rounded, awesome creature. Pretty much what we want from a new Drana. And she's a tiny leader. That's another important factor. Ghoul draws Overseer, 3/4 for 6 flyer. Landfall gives all your creatures, besides for itself, 1+0. So end of turn, if it lands a swamp, they get 2+0. Also more of a technical win more card, but if you land it and then landfall / double landfall, could potentially be absolutely game breaking. Kind of a nice bomb, I think, especially for a vampire style deck. Benthic Infiltrator, 1/4 for 3. Devoid and Jest can't be blocked. Not that great, to be quite fair. It's kind of boring. Mindraker, it's one of these cards that it's fine for limited, and that's it. Merc Strider, I like this guy. It's pretty much Mana War as an Eldrazi. Obviously not as good, but it will do good work, I think, especially unlimited for its cost. Culling Drone, we just need really cheap Eldrazi, so that's what this card is. Complete Disregard is a really strong removal. 3 mana instant to exile a creature with power 3 or less. That's going to hit a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in this set. And I think it's eternal playable. I would think it, because it's exiling. So yeah, it's a 3 mana spell, but it does exile. Definitely has eternal playability. I could definitely see this card in Modern. This guy is 2 for a 1/1 with haste. That he's an ally is the main point, and he taps for a color. I think you can only use it to cast creature spells, but he's okay. He's an elf. He's funny because it's like Lotus Cobra's over here, but he's not as good as Lotus Cobra. Let's now going back in time. Let's go through some of my favorite cards from the last bunch of days. Scour of Existence. This is a Tron instant removal, Commander instant removal. Really cool card. Scatter the Winds, a really solid counterspell for constructed, I think even. Angelic Captain, boostable ally that I think is one of these win the game kind of cards. And I should also mention, if I miss cards that you do want to continue talking about and you want to get my thoughts on, then definitely put it down below. I'm happy to chat about it. Ugin's Insight is Jason's Ingenuity, but trade the instant speed for Scry X, which could potentially be insane. I'm glad they're not in the same format. They're not going to be in the same constructed environment, but Ugin's Insight, I think, it'll almost definitely see some form of play, even with not being instant speed for control decks. Wasteland Strangler, it has removal on a creature that's very well costed for limited. No wonder it's rare. Good card. Quarantine Field, this card is just, I don't want people to get confused. This card is mythic. It's very mythic in design. It's too good for limited, that's why it's mythic. It's not that good otherwise. It's 6 mana for 2 O-rings, 8 mana for 3 O-rings. Very fragile enchantment. Molten Nursery, not such a fan. They have a common cycle of lands that I think are, common lands having little mechanics are definitely going to be funky, limited play kind of cards. I don't really see them being anywhere else. Woodland Wanderer is good for limited, nothing else. I like that he could potentially be insane for limited environment. Horribly Arroy, this card is I definitely think constructed viable. Really strong uncommon, I have to say. I like that it's being able to hit stuff on the cheaper end, and a 2-mana. It's effectively a 2-mana counterspell in quite a few formats against quite a few decks. Very solid sideboard card. Duststalker is pretty good. Sanctum of Ugin is colorless land that does what you need, especially in a commander environment, more so than others. But it will be interesting as a way to ramp into more Eldrazi. Ally Encampment is an ally land, which is what we need for ally. Endless One is huge flavor, awesome win, definitely going to be really cool for a lot of wonky builds, storm count, etc. All around, really well designed card. Don't know quite how good it is. It depends where it falls, I guess. Noyandar, he's okay. He's okay. I mean, Tauren tends to be a lot better, but I can definitely see this card in Commander at least definitely making a splash, and a solid control card. May have some playability, not so much with allies, but some playability in limited. With lands, these two are some of my favorite lands. Happy they're returning. Crumble to Dust is a more flexible version of Sowing Salt, which I like. Dragon Master Outcast, we needed a reprint. It was way too expensive. Thank you for bringing it back, Wizards. That's all I'll say. Akum Firebird is a Phoenix that does what we want with Phoenixes. Card advantage is pretty much what it is, and very strong. You know, why it's mythic, we know why it's mythic because it's limited, but it's a solid card. Brutal Expulsion, 4 mana. It's a little awkward on the cost, but it does 2 very similar effects. At instant speed, it's a very solid rare all around. From Beyond is the awakening zone of the set, it seems to me at least. I like that it has this little Search for Eldrazi card. If you have lots of dudes, you can sacrifice it to get a big guy into play. Really cool. March of the Tomb could be really good, especially since Ally Rally stacks. And this lets you get multiples back. You stack them up, it could be insane. Transgress the Mind seems really good, especially with things like Thoughtseize leaving the environment. And it's just all around really, really strong for many formats because it hits anything current mana cost 3 or greater. I can see this even in Commander. Prism Array is just no. Exert Influence is just no. Misty Rainforest, I love the art. Shambling Vent, it could be better, to be quite fair. I'm not such a fan to just tacked on lifelink. The other one we've seen so far is much better. Aligned Hedra Network, given how many huge creatures there are, definitely going to see play. Green Warden of Marasa, this card is just Eternal Witness on steroids. That's pretty much why it's mythic, especially for limited. Maybe a sleeper kind of hit card for constructed, but I doubt it. Void Winnower is probably the best design card in terms of how wonky and cool and awesome it is. I can't even... Alright, I'm not going to play that punchline. I can't even is what people are joking about this guy. That's probably going to be his flavor text on the altars in the near future. Huge, really cool design. This is all around brilliant artwork, great design. This is what I want my mythics to be, and I'm really thrilled they printed this card. Felidar Sovereign is at rare, not mythic. Yay for Commander players. Catacomb Sifter, I like that every time a creature dies, you scry. This could potentially be insane, letting you to really really mess with your deck, especially in limited. Very strong card. I'm surprised it's an uncommon. Herald of Kozilek is what we need for colorless decks, but it's really awkward costing. But will fit certain archetypes. Drana's Emissary is not Vampire Nighthawk, but is okay. Resolute Blade Master, I like that it gives double strike to all your creatures. Could potentially stack into insane stuff. Reminds me a little bit of Ankle Shanker, just minus the Death Touch. Skyrider Elf is limited Bombshell. Munda is all we want with Rally. 3/4 haster gives you sorting of your deck into more creatures, and he triggers Rally himself. Really, really strong. Then we got this uncommon Cycle. I like the Grove Rumbler because it can block Siege Rhino, and it's a good limited card. I like Royal Spout for limited. Ulamog's Nullifier could potentially be constructed playable. Counterspell plus creature seems really good. Akum Hellkite is not that good on the other hand, as is Tajur Warcaller, which is questionable because it's such a weak body, even though its effect could potentially be ridiculous. And Deathless Behemoth wraps us up. It's just the solid uncommon you want for limited environment, but it's not that good otherwise. So that's a ton of stuff. I apologize again for being delayed, but we saw some really cool stuff. I'm really thrilled with how this set's coming out, and most importantly, I want to hear what you guys have to think about the newer cards, but also the old ones that I breezed through. Definitely put your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please tap the like button if you're new to the channel. Check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.